Uh, Number 3, approval of the agenda for October 6, 2020.
I think there was a duplicate on there. I think it was like number 4 and number 4. Was that the agenda, or was that the minutes from the last one? It was just a numbering. There was just 2 number 4s.
That is the agenda.
Maybe it was on one of the minutes. It could be on one of the minutes.
It might have been on the minutes then.
My agenda
Okay.
has 4 and 5,
Sorry.
so
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda
Okay.
for October 6th.
Motion made by Commissioner Lacasse. Seconded by who?
second.
Seconded by Commissioner Berube. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
For Ruby.
Number 4, approval of the minutes from September 30th, 2020.
There we go. Double 4s.
Yep, that's what it is.
Let me pull it.
That was it though. Other than that, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with the
Yep.
edit of double 4s.
A second.
All right, motion made by Commissioner Sutherland with the correction of the double 4s, seconded by Commissioner Paletti. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item number 5, approval of minutes from September 1st, 2020.
I think I do have a, right, where was it? Item 6B,
Mm-hmm.
when you read it in capital letters, motion made by Commissioner Paletti, seconded by Commissioner Lacoste to start work on the proposal for Harrington Park improvement and cosmetic, oh, I see, cosmetic upgrade. Okay, gotcha, never mind. Yeah, that's okay, sorry. My
I'll make
mistake.
a motion to approve the agenda from September 1st.
A second.
Motion made by Commissioner Lacasse and seconded by Commissioner Paletti. All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Number 6, Parks and Recreation and Senior Center gratitude.
Yes. So first of all, I want to thank Sherry Stein, who volunteered and donated a bunch of chalk to give out to kids at our sidewalk chalk art event. So thank you to her for doing that. That was so kind of her. I also want to thank Dana and Sherry for helping me get stuff together for the upcoming drive-through trunk or treat. We had a meeting where, we talked through a bunch of things, and it really, I think, put skin on the bones of the event. So thank you to Dana and to Sherry. And as always, throughout this COVID pandemic, thank you to Kurt, who has been tireless in helping keeping our transportation going. He cleans the bus after each person comes on, and he just has gone above and beyond. So thank you to Kurt and all of our first responders and essential workers. Thank you to them for doing their best every day so that, we can get through this together.
Number 7, report on parks.
Oh, I saw Nancy's hand up.
Oh, shoot, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Nancy.
It's okay. I just had a question. How many seniors are using the bus? Can only one go on at a time, or?
If it's a medical appointment, it's just one at a time. When we do the shopping trips, we'll do up to 6 at a time, and we'll just space them out.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Number 7, sorry, report on parks.
I think Nick has
Hello?
some updates
Oh.
for us for that.
I don't know if anybody's been out to the parks yet, but Pompo Park is completed. Their power
I
wash,
drove by the other day.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. You like the color scheme?
I do. I really liked it. I took a picture of it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it turned out really sharp. They had to squeeze it in a little bit as far as by the basketball court and the tennis volleyball court, but it looks really, really good. So they're power washing today, and they should have the mulch installed by the end of the week. So that one will be completed at the pathway. I did meet
Yay.
Michigan Rec out there today to put a last proposal together with their path original proposal. So they're giving us an updated one. So they are also still be in the mix as far as tomorrow, Thursday evening rather. So Mark, city manager, asked me to reach out to them one last time to see if they were still interested. So we will get an updated proposal for them too. So we'll have probably, you know, those three options going into Thursday's meeting. The parts for Somerset have been loaded on the truck and en route, and hopefully they'll have them by the end of the week. And Ryan from Great Lakes will be back out to Somerset on Monday to finish putting that structure together. So by the end of next week, Somerset will be completed. The mulch does not have a set date for Somerset yet until it is completed, but by next week, both parks will be completed.
Yay.
And we'll be on to the pathways after Thursday evening. So very exciting. So the fence at Somerset, I believe, is about 90% done. If not, they may have completed it late this afternoon, but last time I seen it was about 90% done. So it looks really good. So yeah.
Nick, I have a question. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Someone asked me, and I didn't have the answer for it. At Somerset, why did we just paint the posts instead of replacing them?
Cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured, but I didn't want to assume anything, so I just said I'd find out.
That was the main driver, was the cost, and for the fact by the pool, they're in asphalt. So if they came out of the asphalt, now we're into that sidewalk. So it would just snowballed. So to make the fence look almost brand new, which it looks really good, we decided just to pull the fence off, paint the post, and put new fencing up. So.
And the posts were in good shape.
They were in actually really good shape for the age. Yeah, the guy straightened out most of them. Yeah, the guy straightened out most of them as they took the fence down. And yeah, if you didn't know they were the old posts, you probably would never know they're the old posts. But yeah, the cost was the driver behind that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Not for me, no. But actually, it went very well. It was a slow go getting everything moving and getting everybody lined up. With Great Lakes, there's a lot of people involved with sales and subcontractors. But now kind of knowing how they operate, it went very well. So I'm excited for the next couple parks. So.
Awesome. I can't wait to take the boys. So.
Yeah, they're looking really, really cool. Somerset looks awesome. It's not even completed. And Pompo turned out really neat. So very exciting. Nice to see nice new structures in those parks.
Yeah, long overdue too.
Long overdue. And we're still moving forward on the signs. So once again, if anybody has any designs or any ideas, please send them to myself, Jason, or Rose. So and we'll get those going too. The park definitely needs some signage.
Awesome. All right. If there's anything else, we will move to number 8, volunteer group reports. Thank you, Nick.
Yep, you're welcome.
8A, updates on McKinley Barrier-Free Park.
No updates. There's really nothing going on right now except we have a meeting on October 20th at, I believe it's 6:30 via Zoom. There should be a flyer going out soon on social media with the Zoom information on it, but that is 2 Tuesdays from now. So hopefully we'll have more updates then.
Awesome.
That's it.
8B, updates on Fraser Fresh Farmers Market.
Yes. Sorry, we had our last market. Went pretty good. It was better than before, and I know Dana, sold out. And she must have left early. All of her bread sold out. Yesterday, I deposited.
I did. I pulled up 12 hours, so I pulled up steaks.
That's the only way we let you leave early. Monday, I took down $448 from selling the bling bow ties, the scarves, and the masks for the farmer's market. So that's been put in.
That's a good
So
chunk of
that was-
money.
Nice.
yeah. So we've also, I know I talked to Christina and at our last board meeting, we have a park that we would like to go further with for the dog park, and that is Steffen's Park. In the back where all the construction work is going on right now, so you can't get in there. Back by the creek. Do you know where I'm talking about, Nick? Okay. It meets our needs. The needs would be parking, water source, bathroom facilities, and eventually Wi-Fi connection for a gate to be able to have the members be able to get in with a key fob. So that's where we're heading. So other than that, that's about it.
Are you thinking on the same side as the soccer field, on the back side of it, or opposite of the parking lot?
On the
No,
soccer
on
field.
the back side of the soccer field.
Okay.
And
So-
Nancy and I reached out to the planner who I guess Doug left. So we will be meeting with Sarah Traxler to, talk to her about, first of all, what are the properties that the city owns where this could go. And, just pulling knowledge from her and her experience with, putting in these types of facilities into a city. So we just have to get together and meet with Sarah Traxler. The COVID scare at City Hall kind of put a damper on a lot of things. So when we get going back to normal, we will resume that discussion.
Yeah, and like I say, that area is all congested with the construction from 14 and Utica, so there's no sense in going back there. But in talking with the mayor, he likes the idea of being there because it is centrally located, and that is our big park that we want people to come to and enjoy. So that's it for now.
Commissioner Lacasse?
About how big of a space are you looking at for the dog park?
It depends on how much money we raise. No.
Fair enough.
We're not really sure, but it'll be big enough.
Yeah.
It'll be big enough. So.
Cool.
Awesome. Okay.
Also, I know that Nancy and the farmers market is looking for volunteers to help with their board. Your board is down to, is it 2 now?
No, 3.
You have 3?
We still have a
Okay.
quorum. Yeah.
Okay, so I know that they're looking for help specifically with getting vendors in. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
And then
We're
also
going to-
for advertising, I think. Social
yeah,
media?
we're not sure if how things might be rearranged because in our bylaws it was 2 to 3 years, and we could change, people in positions. So we're looking into that. So we haven't advertised just yet, but we will be.
Well, I'm gonna put some words out for the farmers market and just say, if you know anybody who, maybe a neighbor who is looking to get
You
involved
kind
in
of froze.
something. Oh, am I here? Can you?
Yeah.
You can hear me? If you know of anybody, I know the farmers market really does need some volunteers to help, get the market off the ground. It is not easy, and Nancy cannot do it on her own. It is a lot of work. So if you know of anybody, please send them, my way, and I'll bring them to Nancy, or go right to Nancy, and we'll get some good volunteers for you.
What type, like
Alyssa
volunteer,
is leaving.
volunteer to do what?
To obtain and keep in contact with the vendors. What I was doing, position that I was doing, and acquiring new vendors. Alyssa, who is a big help, they're moving. They sold their house, so they are moving. I think by the 15th. They have to be out by the 15th of this month. So they don't know where they're going yet, but they're moving in with her parents temporarily. But they're going to go out to the, I think, Waterford, maybe Clarkston area. So big loss, but.
Number 9, overview report from the director.
Yes, so our the drive-through trunk or treat is coming along nicely. We have the background. Dana got in touch with the farmer from the farmers market and ordered some things for the background of the photo op. I have quite a few volunteers. I wrote it down. Where did I write it down at? I have 11 volunteers, and they're going to be helping with, moving the line along. Somebody's going to need to do COVID screenings on people with, temperature check and whatnot. So we have 11 volunteers, and then we have 9 cars so far. So I've been getting a few more in the last few days, so I think it's starting to ramp up. I got like Texas Roadhouse in, so that's very exciting to have Sarah's sister. I don't know if she'll be there or if it's just like her Texas Roadhouse will be there.
Someone will be there.
Someone will be there. So we're getting them in. I'm actually getting calls from people asking where they get tickets from. So that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a chuckle. And the Facebook event page is getting quite the traction. So that's coming along. I'm also getting the pumpkins in for the pumpkin patch. That's going to be at McKinley Park. And those are our 2 big events coming up that we're working on. Oh, we received the approval for a new bus, so that is huge. We'll be getting a new bus within the next few months to replace one of our old buses. And we've also completed the paperwork for our next year of SMART grant funding, so that will be going to council. Obviously not this month, but next month they'll be going to council, and they'll just need to approve that so that we get our funding for next year for the SMART van. And that, I think, is about it.
I saw that the public safety shared the drive-through trunk or treat. So
Yes.
thought that was cool.
Yeah. And they're going to be giving us 2, well, not giving, but they're going to be putting 2 officers out just in case there's any issues with traffic. The way that the route for that is going, it's going to be going down Oneida and then Park Lane. So it's going to be making a big loop. And my hope is that Oneida will kind of catch the backlog from the trunk or treat. If it gets like wildly popular, then we will need those officers. But we'll see how this goes. We're the only one in the area doing a drive-through trunk or treat, so I think that's pretty cool.
Is it Roseville Chamber of Commerce having something that day?
I do not know. I can
I
look
think
into
I did
that.
see something. I think they're having either a trunk or treat, just a normal trunk or treat, or I did see that they're doing something the same day.
The
but
same day.
I
Yeah.
think it's earlier in the day. I think it's early afternoon.
Was it end at 3 maybe?
I think so. I think it was something from 1 to 3 or 12 to 3.
Right. Okay. So you might get
kids
people
can get
from
lots
there.
of candy that day.
Awesome. Anybody have any questions? Okay. Number 10, other business.
I don't have anything unless you guys have something else.
I don't think so either. Okay, number 11, citizen participation. Oh, hello, citizen.
Hi, Laura Lessig, 15201 Fairview. Going back to the new parks, Pompo and Somerset, I would like to see, and I don't know if we can do it this year, but maybe do some special like ribbon cutting event to get people excited about the new playgrounds. I know they've been watching it, whatever, and the neighborhood around them know about it, but get the entire community involved and have a little walk through or something, social distance, of course, but I think it'd be kind of cool to kind of showcase these parks and the good work that everyone did. Your team, the commission here, the DPW, Nick and Christina, all your negotiations, everything about this. So I think it's very exciting that we do have these parks coming about. The next thing, when you guys were talking about the dog park, and I'm sure Nancy has this all figured out, but all the different details, like, you know, between the gate to get in, so that would require that the park would be fenced in, I'm assuming. So all the costs that associated with the pieces that for this park kind of put together so that it can move forward. I don't know how much time frame you're thinking about doing this, but I think it'd be exciting to have that spelled out and detailed and get your council on board on putting this together. I think that's a great idea. And I'm sorry?
It depends on the cost, you know,
Well, that's what I mean. You have
gathering
some
the funds.
well, what type of costs you have, and see if the city will put forth some effort in that area. If you have enough interest of residents that are wanting to go to the dog park, maybe do some other fundraisers along with it too.
Well, this year we couldn't do any of that. We had to stay away. And we also did not go out and ask for sponsorships this year. We felt that the community and residents had been hit hard enough. So we stopped everything in the process. And we also did not charge the vendors either.
I understand. So I guess my point being is, if you can nail the location and maybe a rough idea of what it's going to look like, that would be a good draw to the residents and the community around us to say, hey, they're going to be putting together a dog park. Let's get involved, or let's be a part of it, or let's get ideas.
We had taken a survey, and that's what we're trying to figure out how to put onto excuse me, onto the website so that people will be able to see that as well.
Great. Good job. The other thing, I just had a quick question of, you know, when I was talking about doing like a ribbon cutting, how soon are you guys going to be closing down, not that this makes a difference, closing down the restrooms for the winter? Would that be November timeframe yet, or October yet?
Yeah, it's typically around the first week of November.
November, okay.
Yeah, depending on how the weather is, but it's typically around the first week of November we start shutting them down.
Okay, I'm just thinking if we start having some, like this weekend's supposed to be fairly nice. I mean, having some good weekends, you know, trying to encourage people to get out there. In fact, going back to the sidewalk chalk art, I was impressed to see that people are still doing it. I mean, you put it out there for last week, and they're out there this week still doing it. And I think with the weather, they will continue to do it. So I think that's kind of cool too. So anyways, that's all I have. Thank you. You guys are doing a great job. And I miss, you know, I don't miss it because I'm right here. So whatever you need. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. Okay. Doesn't look like our other citizen wants to participate. Moving on to number 12, commission member with concerns. I'll start with Commissioner Berby.
None so far.
Commissioner Bogdan, you've been quite quiet today.
Yeah, I have no concerns at all. I'm just a happy camper here. I think everything's moving along really nice.
Awesome. Commissioner Paletti.
I have no concerns at this time.
Commissioner Lacasse.
No concerns. Just excited to see the parks moving along. Good job, Christina and Nick.
Yes.
And Commissioner Sutherland.
I have no concerns. I do have a thought. So I recently did a little drive through Roseville and St. Clair Shores. And you know how like in Roseville they have like little rows on all their street signs, and in St. Clair Shores they have the little like boats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like the parks in Roseville have like uniform sign designs as well. So I know we had talked before about like having all of the parks have different signs, but I'm just wondering if there would be some value or what anyone else's thoughts might be on having more uniform signage for all the parks. I don't know what our symbol would be for Fraser, but I don't know. I just think it looks really clean and it looks really nice. So just kind of wanted to get feedback on that.
I like the idea of universal signs that tie all the parks together.
I do too. I always thought it looked really professional. And I love the signs at Meadows and Blanky and Harrington. I think those are all, those three are the same. So personally, I like those.
Not opposed to it, so.
Yeah, I'm not for or opposed.
Good. I like your comments, Dana.
One thing about that though is uniform signage. If you order them together, you'll usually get a discount, wouldn't you, Nick? If you order multiple signs at once?
Yeah, I agree.
Quantity?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, a minute. And then for me, I have no concerns either, believe it or not. First time for everything. If there's nothing else, then I guess we can move on to number 13. Who wants to make a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Commissioner Berube, seconded by Commissioner Bogdan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right,
7:28.
7:28.
Wow.
That was fast.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Aye.
Hey,
Yeah.
bye, everybody.